everybody. So I was thinking about something. I just kind of wanted to share it with you. I've been working as a traveling CNA here lately. So I go to different facilities and help with CNA work. So I'm not hired with the facility. I'm hired through a traveling agency, and I just go place to place. I accept shifts, and it's nothing like a contract or anything like that. Well, moral story is I've been working at one place, and it's kind of where you can tell that the people that are residents there were kind of lower income people. They are more on state insurance, Medicaid, Medicare, and like Social Security and stuff like that. Which I don't know them personally, and I don't know exactly, nothing about that. But I'm saying that that's probably the case. But these facilities usually, they won't have automatic beds. They usually will barely have the supplies that they need, including how they do things. One, in a way, you don't put pads on, briefs on people in bed because of skin breakdown. That's one excuse. But another excuse is so they don't have to keep buying briefs. It's cheaper to just wash a pad. So these places usually do not brief people in bed and save money through using pads instead of briefs, which also leads to the residents usually wetting through and their whole bed getting soaked. So they're getting soaking with pee all the time, and only getting showers twice a week, because that's usually how it goes. And so they smell like pee. The shower products used, usually they're just using the regular products there that are just offered and free to them. Well, it's not free, it's in their cost, but it's just some really cheap stuff that really dries the skin out. It really dries the hair out. There's not really any moisture being put back in. These facilities usually don't have an actual filtered drinking fountain. They're just drinking the gross ass water out of the sink, and I don't know, it's just you can tell that there's not really much being put into these places to benefit the residents. It's just benefiting the people that own it, I guess. I don't know. But I feel because that they aren't making as much money and they're on state insurance and stuff like that, usually the care isn't as careful. I'm saying? People get really surprised when I come in these places and I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to do, and in a way that kind of bothers me, because it's these people get so used to just going in these places and just not really caring and barely doing the work, and they get away with it. So my other experience is I went to this other place. There's residents in there with the doctor before their name. They were lawyers. They were business owners. They were very higher standard people. So their nursing home definitely reflected that. They were well taken care of. All of the things that they needed were there, plus some. Not only that, but name brand stuff. They were not only briefs to bed, but a lot of them were multiple briefs to bed. So to make sure that their bed doesn't get wet or anything like that, they had bathrooms in their room with showers, and I don't know how to explain it. It was just a huge difference on the care that was given, the supplies, the facility itself, the cleanness, the feeling of it, the residents and how they responded and how they speak on their care and how they their expectations and how that's viewed as normal. It's not viewed as a hassle or anything like that. So the difference is obviously money, and obviously because these other people were of higher standards or whatever you want to call it, and these other people were born into like a generational type of curse type of thing. I feel like when we are born in families that are poor and come through a lot of struggles and demons that we're trying to conquer, sometimes we have to deal with that ourselves, and it really sets us back in life to where instead of getting an actual start, we're just kind of having to learn and repeat these lessons that our family hasn't learned fully. And when it comes to money, I feel like whenever people are struggling, it's a whole family thing. It's not just an individual. I mean, sometimes that's the case. I'm not saying it's never, but when a family's wealthy and established, usually that is also within their family. Their close, interknitted family are also usually going to be successful and going to school, being educated, working jobs that are more than just lower jobs. You know what I'm saying? They actually apply themselves. So what I'm getting at is when you think of money as a standpoint of energy, the whole perspective changes. When these facilities are getting more money, people are getting paid the money that they're supposed to receive, and the people that are staying there had lived lives where they made money, they applied themselves, they educated themselves, they were actually aware and conscious in their lives. The whole energy changes. The care changes. The feel changes. Okay? So when you think of these other, the lower, the poorer ones, because of the money, it was also affecting the energy, also affecting the feel. So think of, in psychology, the base of human growth in a triangle. I can't make a fucking triangle say because I'm driving. But the base of the triangle is your safety, your security, your financial things, everything that is a base structure in your life that affects all else. You cannot move your tier until that is established. So in this little system that we are living in, they have affected our base triangles so much to where every single one of us are so affected by this financial issue that we're all in. We aren't able to actually get past that. We're unable to build and have support and structure. Okay, look at that deeper. That is our root chakras. Okay, whenever you have a blockage in your root chakra, your other chakras cannot get the energy that they need. That creates other blockages throughout your chakras. Everything is reflected from yourself to the universe to the outside world. Every single thing. And a part of creating that structure and that foundation is by feeling safe and secure, by having those things established and strong. So you can blame the system for being the way it is, because it is like that. It is. There's no denying it. Or you can just say, I'm just not going to be a part of that, and I'm going to create something in a different way and allow something to come to you instead of just saying I have to do this slow and shit and just get fucking nowhere. Okay? Because I feel you, and I just believe that there's more out there, and we just aren't seeing it because I'm tired of going to corporations to work where you're making less than 15 bucks an hour and getting nowhere. Like, that's just crazy. But back to the triangle thing. We have to heal ourselves. We have to practice things to establish a mindset that embodies what we want. So what that means is you have to do work on yourself and work to make money, to build that structure and that foundation, to create your safety, your structure, your security. When we grow up, we're supposed to have parents. They create the structure that really bases the rest of our life. So if you don't have parents that are creating that structure for you, you have to create it yourself. So you can either say, well, this is what I was taught and how I'm just going to live the rest of my life and I'm just stuck in it. Or you can be like, well, you know what, I'm tired of that and I'm going to build something better for myself. It's like the 3 little pigs. They're all the same little, same family, 3 brothers. But that third one was like, yeah, I'm stupid. Okay, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to use my brain a little bit. So you have to be your own parent. You have to establish that within yourself of structure. So